What's going on, guys? It's CUDAY here, and today we're going to be talking about MK Onslaught. So MK Onslaught has received several updates in the past couple of months, with a lot changing for the landscape of MK Onslaught as a whole. For anyone who isn't aware of what MK Onslaught is, it is the second ever Mortal Kombat Mobile NetherRealm Studios game, made for mobile devices of course, and now it's for newer devices, made with Unreal Engine 5 instead of Unreal Engine 4. MK Onslaught has top-notch graphics, looking better than the Nintendo Switch. However, there's several issues with Onslaught that I feel like many people will share. Sentiment-wise, the game is an RPG, role-play action game, which doesn't mean that it's automatically bad. However, this type of RPG is let the characters fight themselves. You do drag a special attack, okay, fair enough, and you also can have these list of combos added to the character with extra copies. Lastly, you can place different characters in different regions on a map, which is technically strategy based. However, that's where it ends. MK Mobile and MK Onslaught have vastly different fighting systems. But now let's go over MK Onslaught's upcoming content, which is going to be pretty surprising for MK Mobile players to hear. But this is also important for MK Onslaught players because they might want to know what's coming up in the future here. After the Classic Shang Tsung Chronicle event ended, we got the Classic Sub-Zero Chronicle event, along with the Classic Sub-Zero character, which is the cameo character from MK1, which is freaking awesome to see cameos added to a Mortal Kombat mobile game. But one must wonder, what's going to be after Classic Sub-Zero? Well, in this update, they added an additional MK1 character that's kind of secret. MK1 Kenshi. Holy cow. He looks incredible. Here's some gameplay with him. He's a sniper. For anyone who's wondering how this game is structured, there's these things called affinities, and each character is in their own category. Certain affinities are stronger against other affinities. So mind, body, spirit, you can receive damage bonuses or be at an advantage against a different affinity on the opposing team. And when it comes to classes, there are several different types of classes, of course. Sniper, attacker, defense, etc. So that should give you a good idea of mine of how Kenshi is supposed to be played. Kind of a back-ranked type of character. He still looks gorgeous. I want to have him. I want him. Along with MK1 Kenshi, they will be releasing a relic to go along with it. Here's what the relic looks like. I do, in fact, believe MK1 Kenshi will be in a Chronicle event, but I believe that the game files need to be downloaded in the next update. So MK1 Kenshi does not have a Chronicle event as we speak. By the way, with MK1 Kenshi's release, you can have a full MK1 team, which I think is pretty cool. Think about it. MK1 Scorpion, MK1 Shang Tsung, MK1 Kenshi, and Classic Sub-Zero. You might say, Classic Sub-Zero doesn't have the MK1 name tag, and you'd be right, but he's still from MK1, so it's an MK1 team in my opinion. Now let's get to the juicy stuff. This is the stuff that's really secretive. However, it's going to tie in to Mortal Kombat 1. Which is why this is so cool, and for anyone who's a Mortal Kombat mobile player, this is going to be good news or bad news, depending on what the next update looks like for us. According to rumors, a character that may be added in the future is Peacemaker, which would make our first DLC exclusive character in MK Onslaught. This is either good or bad news depending on what kind of DLC you want to see in MK Onslaught. So I guess they added those little hints early that he's going to be in the game, but they haven't fully fleshed out or created the character himself. Does this make sense? Because MK1 Peacemaker is not a thing yet. He hasn't been released in MK1. Yes, because he is going to be released in 2024. So to see it overlap from MK1 into MK Onslaught, I believe that he should be coming in the next update or the update after that, because MK Onslaught updates happen really quickly. I mean, this game is updating every single month, it seems. And that just goes a long way for keeping the community alive and looking forward to the next character releases. Now, MK1 Peacemaker wasn't the character I expected to see in MK Onslaught, but because he's a Warner Brothers character, Warner Brothers owns the entirety of the rights for Peacemaker, which, if you don't know, Warner Brothers owns NetherRealm Studios, so they can kind of use those characters freely. With that in mind, I'm assuming they don't have to pay extra or any sort of fees to put him in MK Onslaught, compared to if they wanted to add Omni-Man to Onslaught, they'd have to pay extra, I assume, to actually license him for the mobile game. If you want my opinion, I think they should pay that extra fee and add him to MK Onslaught, because Omni-Man, come on, they have to add him to this game. Please. Especially MK Mobile. With that in mind, if you're an Onslaught player or an MK Mobile player, you can download MK Onslaught anytime and just have a look. It's pretty fun. The Chronicle events have to be one of the most unique and cool things I've ever seen in any Mortal Kombat game, period. I like the idea of just playing around with stuff, and it's almost like you're watching a story ending, right? And a lot of people like those story endings because it's what ifs. You're seeing a what if, but it's played out in a longer scenario. They could be done just a little bit better. There could be better dialogue, there could be better plots, but overall, it's just nice to see characters interact from different timelines and whatnot. So when Peacemaker gets added, I'm assuming he's going to be in a Chronicle event, and we have to wonder, what are they going to do for his Chronicle event? What's his goal? What's going to be his purpose? I'm curious to see. I imagine he's probably going to be confused and maybe trying to take down the ruler of Outworld, NetherRealm, maybe trying to make amends with people, communicate with Raiden. Who knows? No matter what, I'm looking forward to it. Keep in mind, this is Onslaught Update 1.1, and I do believe we're going to make the jump to 1.2 with the next update. I don't think they're going to make a hard patch or fix for this one. So for Onslaught's 1.2 update, what kind of characters can we expect? I expect to see maybe something like Rain, Shao Kahn, Liu Kang, Kung Lao, Melina, something like that. So for Onslaught's future updates, I kind of hope to see characters like Natara, Li Mei, Havoc. I want to see some characters we've never received in a NetherRealm Studios mobile game before. The characters that they would never dare add. Because in MKX Mobile and MK Mobile, the farthest back they went was MK9. They never went any farther back. Because MK1 added a ton of characters from the past, it would just be really cool to see those characters fleshed out. So I expect to see Peacemaker probably February, March for MK Onslaught. Since we get an update every single month, the next couple of characters will probably just be MK1 characters and some cameos, just like classic Sub-Zero is, or MK11 characters, like the Cabal character they added to MK Onslaught just a couple updates ago. And so that is a good place to end this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new. And let me just give a big shout out to my YouTube members. We have Bagor, Goku, Orion, Owner, Channy, Richard, Friendly Guy with the Spurger, Anonymous, Aiden, Giuliano Games, MK God, Jeremy, Aller, JD Fur, Warlord, JDB, Legendstone, Sammy, Titan Beast, Tolga, Mr. Dragon, Stan Marsh, Tushar, Katana, Plain Punch, Shocks by T, Jeff, Fitzmagic, Massive Cool, Kent, and MK Fire. Thank you all for being YouTube members and welcome to the new members. And yeah, peace out.
The realms must now beware, for he has found the means to do both.